Good morning, everyone. I will be reporting about the developmental life cycle and the growth process of families. What is a family life cycle? A family life cycle, or also known as FLC, is the emotional and intellectual stages a person passes through. Basically, these stages are known as the coupling, parenting, middle years, and retirement. Happenings in stages. So in each stage of the family life cycle, the family faces challenges that will allow to build or gain new skills. So gaining these skills will help the family or will help as the individual through the changes that nearly even family goes through. Not Basically, not everyone passes through these stages smoothly. Situations such as severe illness, financial problems, or the death of loved one can have an effect on how well you pass through the stages. Fortunately, if you miss skills in one stages, you can learn them in later stages. So we will go now with the stages of the family life cycle. First, we have is the coupling stage. So during this stage, it is where the person develops a committed relationship with another person. Long-term commitment or marriage is usually the outcome in this stage, which is the development of a new family system. With this connection, both people bring their own ideas, their expectations, and values from their previous family experience. Now, this stage requires skills of sharing, reflecting, adapting, and reshaping for the both couple. Kailangan you understand each other, you know your plans, your goals for the family that you wanted to have, the family that you wanted to be, no? Years from now. Now, interdependence is probably the most important skill in these stages, no? It is the ability that a person has to rely on another for support. In this stage, now the both couples should be ready emotionally, physically, and mentally to build a family. For short, huwag mo nang pumasok sa isang relationship, or I mean, not a relationship, but a marriage kind of relationship if you're not ready, emotionally, physically, and mentally, because it will cause a disequilibrium and more issues, especially to the children, to your future children. So, this is usually the development of intimate peer relationship along with the establishment of self-respect to work and financial independence. Hence, the formation of the marital system. Second stage is the parenting stage. So, this is where the couples decide that they wanted to start a family. This decision should be discussed during their coupling stage. No? So when the decision is made to become parents, it is one impacts the individual development, the identity of the family, and the couple's relationship. Parenting is not easy. Actually, it is one of the most challenging phases of the family life cycle, no? The skills that you learned in the independence and the coupling stage, such as compromise and commitment, will help you to the parenting stage. The childbearing stage, the couple starts having children, and this stage lasts until the last child is born. So the emotional process of this transition is accepting new members into the system. Now they are taking on the parenting roles. This also includes the realignment of relationship with the extended family to include parenting and grandparenting roles, since parents would also needed some advices and some guidance. In the parenting stage, there are 3 significant stages under it that we need to consider. These are the expanding family, the developing family, and the launching. In launching, it begins with the first child becoming a young adult and living home. It ends with the emptiness as the child lives his or her. Parents need to be accepting, no, of new people that their children may bring into the family, as well as the new relationship their children establish with another family. No? The next stage after parenting is the middle stage. It is the separating process. No? In the mid-year stage, the couple will focus back on themselves and their marriage. They will plan for their future and becoming grandparents. No, the children are gone and parents become a couple again. Emptiness sometimes leaves parents feeling sad, others feel freedom and excited for new time to focus on each other. Income pressures often decrease during this stage, of course, since the children are already out into their nest. So people start caring for aging parents. Usually, it is in the middle stage of parenting, or in the family life cycle in general. It is the refocusing of midlife marital and career issues. And lastly, after the middle stage of the family life cycle is the retirement stage. So in this stage, the parents, ideally, people in this stage are ending their career, no? But it's their choice if they wanted to retire. Usually, retired people experience financial changes as well as social changes. It is also so why family life cycle is important, why it is significant. So it is important since developing new skill in times of challenges helps a person move on to the next stage of life with a healthy mindset. When a person struggles in a stage and moves forward, there are unresolved issues waiting to be dealt with. Now, a person can learn skills if they miss a different stages of the life cycle. Hence, this will improve the quality of life in any stage. What is important is self-examination, education, and counseling, since this can assist the person in being successful or the whole family itself. Also, being realistic about the different challenges and taking steps to deal with them is important. Mastering the skills and milestones of each stage allows a person or an individual to successfully move one stage of the development to the next. If a person doesn't master the skills, he may still move on in the next phase of the cycle, but more likely they more likely have to deal with the difficulty with the relationship and future transitions. Family cycle theory suggests, it highlights that successful transitioning may also help to prevent disease and emotional stress-related disorders. Whether you are a parent or a child, brother or sister, bonded by love or blood, you experience through the family life cycle will affect who you are and who you become. The more you understand about the challenges of each stage of the cycle, the more you are to successfully move on. If you're wondering what can disrupt the normal cycle of the family life cycle, it is the stress of daily living, the coping of the chronic medical condition or other life crises that can disrupt the normal life cycle. Ongoing stress or crisis can delay the transition to the next life or may move on without the skills that you need to easily adapt and transition to the next phase of life.